Guess who's back? Ah, ha, ha, ha. It's me. Like, if you were surprised by that, I really don't know what to tell you. So I graduated high school the other day, which was actually kind of dumb. I mean, a lot of the reasons why it was dumb were like royally superficial, as in, who invented this hat? Sorry, what? This goes on my head? Are you sure? Do I look like an adult now? Of course I don't, because the tassel's on the wrong side. And also, I'm not sure why robes were a thing, because we all just looked like monks getting ready for bed. Although, to be honest, some of the speakers we had at the graduation ceremony kind of made me want to go to bed. It's actually kind of cold out here, so I'm just gonna keep this on, if that's cool. And like the guy who was reading our names when we went up and walked across the stage and got our diploma, he said my name wrong, and there were so many measures in place to make sure that didn't happen. I looked at him and I said, Isadora, and he was like, Isadora? And I was like, Isadora, and he was like, Isadora? And then he got up to the mic and he was like, Isadora. It's okay, you don't have to make my name sound like it's actually Spanish, because it's not, because I'm just a white piece of trash, blah blah. The reason graduation doesn't feel important as a ceremony is because it's like a blanket or a band-aid ceremony where every single kid graduating and every single family member they brought is supposed to feel incredibly touched by it. So they generalize every speech and presentation and idea to the point where it could apply to anyone, and it just is there. You're just stuck listening to all these meaningless platitudes about how great the last 4 years were and trying to find yourself in them, trying to find your high school experience there, and you're coming up empty-handed. And it is exhausting to look at a ceremony that's supposed to encompass something that you put 5 days a week into for 4 years and find yourself absolutely nowhere. And I think at the end of your high school experience, a lot of people are feeling that, especially when looking at our yearbooks. It's hard when you are faced with a massive 100-page book filled with all the smiling faces of people who did really well in high school, and then trying to value what you did when it didn't make the cut. It's hard to do that. It's hard, but it's really important. My point is that maybe some people aren't in the yearbook, and maybe some people aren't honored to stand up at their graduation ceremony, but that doesn't mean that they disappear. You're in your relationships, you're in the late night movies you go to, and the coffee dates you go on, and the food you like, and the books you read, and your car, and your shitty part-time job, and your family members, and your dumb old cat that just won't die. Unless you like your cat, then you're someplace else, but everyone in that school building has something that is important to them, and for some people it's things like this, and for some people it's things like this. So hell, other than a few awful haircuts, I don't have anything to regret about high school, I guess. I'm just saying that maybe we shouldn't be looking for ourselves in the printed pages of the yearbook. Maybe we should be looking for ourselves in all the stuff people write on the blank ones. You have to find the places, the little pockets in this world where you fit in. And that's why old people like to say the world is your oyster, because a lot of the time it's just big and dark and cavernous and slimy and it smells kind of weird, but every once in a while you stumble upon a pearl. I'll see you later when I'm officially, why I look like I'm praying. I'm officially done with school and probably in Germany. Life. Ha! Let's. Yeah, weird.